Well, I'll tell you something. More than one-third, 34.9%, or 78.6 million adults in the U.S., 78.6 million, over a third of the population, adult population, are obese. The estimated annual medical cost of obesity in the U.S. was $147 billion in 2008, and it's rising. And once again, if somebody's spending money, somebody's making money, you never hear the statistics. Well, the medical profession made $147 billion this year off of the backs of the people who are obese. We have no idea what causes it, no idea how to cure it, no idea how to treat it, but we made $147 billion last year managing it. Aren't we great? You never hear that statistic. This is a train wreck. But that's just adults. Prevalence of childhood obesity in the United States, 2011 to 2012. By the way, these statistics coming to you from the Center for Disease Control. The Center for Disease Control. 17% of kids and adolescents aged 2 to 19 years are obese. 17%, 12.7 million. The prevalence of obesity among children aged 2 to 5 years decreased significantly from 13.9% in 2003 to 8.4%. Oh, that's a giant dump. In 2011 to 2012, 8.4% of 2 to 5-year-olds had obesity, compared with 17% of 6 to 7-year-old. The kids are fat. Obesity amongst children has tripled in the last 30 years. And apparently, we're all okay with this. We're all okay with our kids being overweight, our kids being obese, and the population being overweight, the population being obese. For goodness sakes, they're even making television shows about it now. It's the new normal, right? Mike and Molly, right? About two obese people trying to make it through life, trying to struggle through life. Yeah. They're lionizing obesity now. Why? Because the MDs are clueless as to the operative cause of it, and they have no idea what to do to fix it. Their therapeutic strategy for obesity, are you ready for this? Cut the stomach out. Yeah, it's a good idea. Okay, you don't want to cut the stomach out. Here's a better idea. Let's wrap a band around the stomach. Let's wrap a belt around the stomach and tighten it up. It's a good idea. For goodness sakes. Lap band surgery, gastric bypass surgery. This is the MD's treatment strategy. You're fat, you're obese, you're overweight because you have a stomach. This from the people that we hold up as the pillars of medical thought in the world. This from the people who we lionize. This from the people at whose altar we genuflect every month. When we are sick, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Oh, let's go to the MD. It's the only show in town. The only medicine practiced in your hospital. The only medicine practiced in your state. The only medicine that your insurance gives you access to, MD-directed medical treatments. So when you're sick, you're scared, you got to do something. What are you going to do? You're going to go to the only show in town? You're going to go to the MDs? Oh, son of a gun, let's go to the MDs. Well, how's that working for you? Not very well. Inquiring minds want to know. It is not working well at all. And yet, because they exist in the monopoly, because they have existed in the monopoly for the last 100 years, because the MDs have been in charge of the whole show, we actually believe, we have actually been socialized to believe that if they don't know how to fix it, nobody does. So therefore, obesity must be a complicated issue. It must be. It must be a complicated physiological. Oh, I know what it is. It's genetic. This is the cultural meme that we have all become beholden to. This is the thought process that we have grown up inside of. This is the paradigm that we are locked inside of. The ridiculous notion that the medical doctor is the king of medicine and everybody else is a back-of-the-bus quack with substandard training. This is what we believe, and we believe it so deeply that even when the MDs fail us, even when they harm us, even when they kill us, even when they bankrupt us, we continue to genuflect at that altar. You have to be kidding me. 12.7 million kids, not just overweight, obese. Over 30% of the adult population obese. Costs you and me $147 billion, $1 billion a year. It's what the MDs profit a year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been swindled. We have been boondoggled. We have been pick a descriptor, pick an adverb. We have been taken to the river, dunked in it, and thrown downstream over the falls, left to die. Meanwhile, it's pretty good for the MDs, pretty good for those guys. They're making a bunch of money every year off the backs of your suffering. This Thursday evening, if you're finally at the end of your rope, if you're just done, if you've popped out of the matrix, if you had some revelation, if an angel of the Lord appeared to you in a dream and said, listen to Dr. Glidden, this Thursday night, I believe that's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time, worldwide webinar on obesity. I'm going to line up for you why obesity happens, and I'm going to tell you once and for all the cure for obesity that not even Oprah knows. And I'm going to tell you why Oprah doesn't know it. I'm going to tell you why Oprah needs to know it. I'm going to tell you why Oprah is never, ever going to belly on up to this bar. Never. It is much simpler than you think it is. Obesity is not genetic, it's not caused by a voodoo curse, and it has nothing to do with electromagnetic radiation or vaccinations. If you want finally to understand the operative cause of obesity and more importantly, be educated in action steps that you can take right now, immediately, on your own behalf, to get on the other side of obesity in a healthy way. Do you think that your body knows how to have a proper weight? Do you think that's possible? Do you think that your body might know how to have proper weight? Do you think that that's possible? Your body grew itself all by itself from a single-celled organism into you. Your body grew itself all by itself from a single-celled organism into you. Do you think if it was able to do that, it knows how to maintain a healthy body weight? Do you think it has that capability? Well, your medical doctor argues no. Your medical doctor argues you are just a bag of bones, a bag of chemicals waiting to break. And when you do break, it's not the doctor's job to cure it, it's the doctor's job to manage it. This is the situation that we are inside of. It is insanity. Your medical doctor does not know what's best for you. They only know what they've been trained in, and what they've been trained in is one tiny piece of the pie of medical science, and it is inconsistent with the reality of the human experience. This is why everybody's obese. This is why everybody's sick. It's not because you have a bad gene. It's because you have a bad doctor. But because your doctor exists in a monopoly, nobody holds their feet to the fire. It's a self-regulating, self-policing monopoly. Nobody calls them to task. 30% from 34.9% of the population? You've got to be kidding me. Orange is the new black, right? Everybody's incarcerated. Oh, isn't that great? It's a prison state. It's a prison planet, according to Alex Jones, and I'm agreeing. It's bad, ladies and gentlemen. And the irony of ironies here is that obesity and being overweight is a relatively easy thing to get on the other side of. There is a small percentage of the population that it's difficult to get on the other side of obesity because of complicated psychological issues. But for most people, obesity is easy to fix. It's easy to fix. You don't have to cut your stomach out. You don't have to wrap a band around it. You don't have to take amphetamines until you're seeing double. You just have to give your body the nutrients it needs to fix itself, for goodness sakes. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow night. Become a Dr. Glidden advocate. Go to drglidden.com. drglidden.com. Become a Dr. Glidden advocate and find out how you can, in simple steps, recover your health by giving your body the raw materials that it needs to optimize its structure and function. How you can support and promote your body's ability to be healthy. Imagine that. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, go to drglidden.com, become an advocate to gain access to this exclusive worldwide event. More to come. Stick around.
Attention citizens. This man has received national attention for accurately predicting every major financial trend, including the market crash of 2008. His name is Harry Dent. And in his newly released book, he is making even bigger and bolder predictions that have the potential to devastate the world economy and your personal wealth. You can get a free copy of Harry Dent's bestseller, The Demographic Cliff, containing never-before-published information by simply visiting www.harrydentresearch.com. Again, that's www.harrydentresearch.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, the Mineral Doctor. You've heard me talk about 90 for Life for years. 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 fatty acids. You may not know this, that I've actually designed Arthrodex for animals. That's right. Your pets need 90 for Life too. Get this essential pet product by calling 877-279-9422. That's 877-279-9422. Again, 877-279-9422.
You haven't experienced yogurt until you've tried a Mossy, embodying health and flavor in a true whole milk, green-fed dairy beverage. Every sip pays homage to our old world cows and the ancient culturing methods their milk benefits from. With over 30 probiotics, a Mossy's undeniably nutritious, refined, cultured sensation bolsters your health and awakens your passion for dairy. A Mossy's so good, and you need to try it. Contact your Youngevity distributor or call 877-878-4203 or go to gcnteam.com.
Removing bad taste and odor from your drinking water is easy. Removing the bad stuff you don't taste is what ProPure does best. Water the way nature meant it to be. Clean, crisp, and refreshing. See the complete line of ProPure countertop, inline, gravity, and household water filtration products. Visit your authorized ProPure dealer or ProPureUSA.com. That's ProPureUSA.com or call 800-544-3533.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
It's about time something new came along for better selling and buying online. And I found it.
What now, Marge?
It's buysellmakeoffer.com.
Never heard of it.
It's a brand new company. That's why you've never heard of it. It's the newest and best way to sell any products online. I did all the research.
Sell my car?
Yes.
Our home?
Yep.
My golf bag?
Your golf clubs. All of them.
How about your purse collection hoard?
Hey, now.
You said any product.
Right. I did. We get 30 days free.
Really?
Packages starting from only $7.95. And buysellmakeoffer.com will never charge item fees ever. Never. And this is cool. Listen to this. You can even use Skype or video to show your items.
That's cool.
Yes. All we have to do is go to the website, sign up, and then load our stuff to sell. I love this site.
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. You got it?
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. Better selling, better buying.
Nowadays, there are millions of people with old smartphones, iPads, tablets, you name it, just sitting around collecting dust. And if those are improperly disposed of, well, they contain unsafe toxic materials harmful to you and the environment. But now, these devices can be used as a painless way to help support your favorite GCN shows. Visit DonateMyCell.com. Donations are tax deductible, and if you donate 10 or more devices, you'll receive a special free gift offer. That's DonateMyCell.com. DonateMyCell.com.
Welcome aboard, Caroline. You are live.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
I'm so glad I'm speaking with you.
Oh, good. Well, ditto.
Well, okay, so I'll describe my problem here because I know you've got probably a lot of other callers, so I'll get right to it. The thing I'm dealing with right now, and the thing that's bothering me most, is nasal polyps. And I'm wondering if there's anything I can do about that short of surgery to remove them.
Yeah. So that's it. Just nasal polyps. That's the only problem that you're dealing with.
Well, I've got allergies and my breathing is affected, and I've got a little bit of itchy eczema behind my ears, but basically that's it. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm not overweight. My diet is pretty good. I'm not eating any, I cook all my own meals, all that sort of thing. I eat a lot of raw foods. I take a green product every morning that's gluten-free and 100% raw. It's a superfood, and I eat brown rice. I eat a lot of vegetables and all of that sort of thing. So,
well, right. So let's put this in perspective, and I appreciate your open-mindedness and your desire to try to figure this out on your own. Your desire to attempt to navigate the health waters on your own, because conventional doctors they're clueless about this, right? So
I figured that out at 17 when they told me that diet had no effect on any medical condition. So at 17, I didn't think that sounded right. So I've basically tried to avoid them from that time till this,
Well, as God is my witness, the only people that are practicing quack medicine in the world right now have MD after their name, and the stuff that they are able to get away with is quite frankly frightening, disturbing.
I absolutely believe that. I don't know where I heard somebody say, ask a 10-year-old kid if you should give people poison, and they'll say no. Put that same kid through medical school, and they'll say yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's just the thought process is crazy, and the reason that, above and beyond all of that, it's the only profession that can consistently fail, consistently harm, consistently hurt, consistently destroy, and they're still in business. It's amazing to me, but nonetheless, whatever it is that you're doing right now, I would argue is not sufficient to the cause, right? So there must be either you have you're an alien human hybrid and you don't know it, and you have different genes than everybody else on the planet, or you are halfway there in your kind of therapeutic lifestyle intervention, right? So, right.
That's why I'm calling you.
Yeah, smart girl. Okay, so first things first, our recommendation is that we have to stop eating food that's hurting us. And we have a very sophisticated lock on which foods are good and which foods are bad. And you might be surprised at which foods we recommend people stop eating. If you go to drglidden.com, drglidden.com, or glidden.healthcare, that's a new URL. Instead of .com, it's .healthcare, glidden.healthcare. Either one will take you to the same place. You can download a list of the 12 bad foods. There are 12 foods that we recommend people don't even look at, let alone eat. So the first step, Caroline, is to stop eating food that's hurting the body, and you should lean on our experience to be able to decipher which foods are good for you and which foods are bad for you, number one. Number two, you have to provide your body with the essential nutrients that it needs to function properly, and then in your case, extra nutrients for the nose, right? The nasopharynx, for the mucous membranes inside your sinus cavity, inside your nose. Right. And we're coming up against a hard break now. You stick with me. On the other side of the commercial break, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do for nutritional supplements, and better yet, why you need to do these things. And then we just jump on that horse and we ride it, and we see how far this therapeutic takes us. I appreciate your patience and your trust. Stick around, Caroline. We will be back after these messages. Ladies and gentlemen, drglidden.com is where you need to go. drglidden.com. Become a Dr. Glidden advocate today and gain access, gain entry, gain passage into the undiscovered country of science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. Stick around. Talking to Caroline in Canada. Let's go back to her. All right, Caroline, you still with me?
Yes, still here.
Okay, good. So we believe that the reason that the polyps form in the mucous membranes of the sinus cavity is because of free radical oxidative stress. So oxidative stress is a part of life. It's impossible to get away from oxidative stress unless you want to live in a bubble. Even if you lived in the Himalayas, you'd be subject to oxidative stress. So you have to strengthen the fire department of your body, which is the part of the body that puts out the fires of oxidative stress. So the way to do that is by increasing consumption of the trace mineral selenium. Selenium, you need more selenium. Selenium is the captain of the fire department of the body. And you need antioxidants in excess of 50,000 ORAC points a day. Antioxidants are measured by their ORAC value, ORAC. The recommendation is 50,000 ORAC points of antioxidants a day or more. Now, so if you do those two things, plus eliminate the 10 bad foods,
right,
you're going to be a long way, towards having this problem resolved. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. What's your current body weight?
About 125.
Okay, so every month, here's what I would do for the next 3 months. I would do one Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid.
Yeah.
Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid. I would get the Healthy Pack that has the Beyond Tangy Tangerine tablets instead of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine powder.
Right.
Get the Healthy Pack with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine tablets. Okay, you'll need one of those a month.
Yes.
You'll need 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals a month. 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals a month. 2 bottles of Ultimate Selenium a month. 2 bottles of selenium a month. 1 bottle of EFA Plus per month. EFA Plus per month.
Yes.
Now, there's also a homeopathic medicine, and that's it for medical nutrition. Now, there's a homeopathic medicine that has shown great success with nasal polyps. And if there are any classical homeopaths listening, they're going to be horrified at what I'm going to tell you, because homeopathy is not prescribed based on the diagnosis. It's prescribed based on the symptoms. But sometimes we can bend those rules. So if you can go online to a homeopathic pharmacy and get a medicine called Teucrium, T like Thomas, E-U, C like Charlie, R like Roger, I-U-M, Teucrium. I believe the full name is Teucrium mare varum or something like that. But as long as the first word is Teucrium, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Get it in the 30C strength. Teucrium in the 30C strength.
Yep.
Put 2 pellets in 4 ounces of water. 2 pellets in 4 ounces of water.
Right.
3 times a day. Stir that solution up and take a little sip from it 3 times a day. Stir it briskly and then take a sip from it 3 times a day. Do that for 21 days in a row. Now, if you get to the bottom of the 4 ounces, just fill it up with another 4 ounces and put 2 more pellets in the water and just continue. During that time, if you develop any an aggravation of any symptoms at all, you spike a fever or you grow an 11th finger or anything like that, you stop taking the homeopathic, okay?
Okay.
And if you wake up one day, you blow your nose and a bunch of polyps come out,
wow,
stop taking the homeopathic, okay?
I'll be a happy girl if that happens, trust me.
Well, no, I get it. It's not an easy thing to deal with on a regular basis. But this is a really good program for you. So we stop eating food that's hurting the body, right? It's causing inflammation. We boost the fire department of the body and the mucous membrane health of your body, and it's the selenium and the EFAs that are going to do that for you.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the stuff is just, foundation medical nutrition. And by the way, 4 tablets of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine gives 160,000 ORAC points. It's remarkable.
Okay. So that's what I wanted to ask you. So most of these things are going to be covered in the 90 for Life pack. Are we talking about that?
Well, you need, yes. So the 90 for Life is a generic term.
Yes.
Used to describe, it's kind of like an umbrella term, and inside of the 90 for Life kind of strategy, there are a number of different health packs that you can get. The Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid.
Yes.
Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 liquid with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine tablets, not the powder,
Yes. Yeah.
will give you the 90 for life.
Oh, okay, so that's the one I want.
Yeah, that's the one you want. Make sure it's the tangy tablets, not the tangy powder. And then use the other ones on top of that. Do that for 90 days, 3 months in a row. Eliminate the 12 bad foods, okay? The 12 bad foods.
Right.
Call us back with a progress report. I will look forward to it. Thanks, Carolyn. You're awesome. I appreciate your time and your trust very much. Georgia is up next. It looks like Cheryl has a question. Hey, Cheryl, thanks for the call. Did I get the name right?
You did, Dr. Glidden. How are you?
I am fantastic. What's happening?
Well, I have a off-the-wall question for you.
All right.
My son was riding his motorcycle in the field yesterday, and when he was riding, he hit one of his eyes, with a thorn bush.
Yikes.
And there was a thorn that was actually stuck in, like, underneath the eye in the skin.
Yeah.
And he pulled that out. And, of course, your eye naturally will close right away as soon as, it hits something. But his eye itself is swollen and red. And when he used some saline, he said some black, probably from the weeds or whatever, came out from the tears and so forth. But his eye is still, the actual eye is still really, really red. And you could see the skin underneath, it's red, and he has like a little scratch or hole from the thorn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know what kind of thorn it was, does he?
It's like the weeds,
Was it a poison ivy thorn? Or, was it a hawthorn thorn? Do you know what plant it was? Because if it was a poison ivy thorn, that could be a big bad voodoo daddy. But I'm assuming that he would have known it. I mean, if it was a poison ivy thorn, and he's susceptible to poison ivy, the whole side of his face would be red and swollen right now.
No,
so
yeah, and he is susceptible to poison ivy. But these are just like tall, lanky, thorny, kind of things out in the field. So
yeah, okay, all right. Those were probably planted by Democrats, I'm assuming. Do you think?
I'm thinking it's Obamacare, but throw me out there on the bush. I don't know. I'm just saying.
All right. So look, here's the deal. So you got to get colloidal silver.
Okay.
And my favorite is Sovereign Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Sovereign Silver or Argentin 23 if you can get it. You'll be able to get Argentin 23 on my website shortly, but in the meanwhile, Sovereign Silver.
Okay.
Go to the pharmacy, Walgreens or someplace and get a little eye cup.
Okay.
And an eye cup, it looks like a little tiny shot glass and it's got a little curved lip, right? So you fill it with the colloidal silver. You put it right over the eye. Look up at the ceiling and with it sealed against your eye, and then open and close your eyes about 50 times for 30 seconds to a minute. Rinse the eyeball with colloidal silver, take it off, and then put the colloidal silver in a little spray bottle. You can also buy it in a little spray bottle. Close the eye and then spray the skin around the eye, especially where the thorn was, liberally.
Okay.
And if you spray the eye and do the colloidal silver eye wash, I would do it like 3, 4, 5 times a day, 4 times a day, and then once before bed. For 48 hours, that should eliminate the problem completely. Whenever you have a puncture wound anywhere in the body, the first homeopathic medicine to think of is called Glidden. L like Larry, E like Edward, D like David, U-M, Glidden, L-E-D-U-M.
Okay.
I would get that, put 2 pellets in 4 ounces of water, stir it briskly before each dose and have him take a sip of that 4 times today, 4 times tomorrow, and that should be sufficient to the cause. He's lucky that it didn't go into the eyeball, eh?
Right. Yeah. Well, nothing surprises me with this one.
Yeah, boys will be boys.
Yeah, what a kick. So don't take the pellets just loosely.
Yeah, it's better to, if you're going to take repeated doses of a homeopathic medicine, it's much better to put it in a liquid medium, because every time you stir it up, it changes the potency of the homeopathic medicine, and it otherwise your body will get used to it. You know, like if you just take the pellets and then more pellets and then more pellets and then more pellets, it'll stop working because your body gets used to that dosage. You habituate to it and it doesn't work anymore. But if you put it in water and give it a brisk little stir before each dose, then it kind of tricks the body, and the body responds better to it. And that's the better way for something like this.
Okay, Doc. And how much water do you use to put the pellets in?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would do 4 ounces, 2 or 3 pellets in 4 ounces of water.
All right, 4 ounces.
And you know, Christmas is coming. I'm thinking goggles. What do you think? Thanks a lot, Georgia. I appreciate your support very much.
Thank you, Dr. Glidden. You're awesome.
All right. Keep up the good work down there. Your people need you more than you know. Natasha from Canada is next. Let's go and see what's cracking up in Canada. Hey, Natasha. Thanks for the call. You are live.
Hello, Dr. Glidden.
Hello, Natasha. What's up?
I'm wondering, what would you recommend for colitis?
Hey, Natasha, is your husband's name Boris, by the way?
No.
Are you familiar with that cartoon? There was a cartoon, very popular when I was a kid growing up, called Rocky and Bullwinkle, and Boris and Natasha were the arch villains in that commercial. It was pretty funny, but I digress. Is it you that has colitis or someone that you know?
Well, it's me, actually.
Okay, and has it been definitively diagnosed? Have the MDs told you that it's irritable bowel or Crohn's, or what have they told you?
Colitis.
Colitis. And okay, how long have you been dealing with it?
Well, as long as I can remember.
It's a long, long time. How old are you now?
I'm 32.
Yeah, so you've been dealing with this for, at least, 20, 25, 30 years?
Something like it.
Yeah, that's not good, right? So, all right. So, by the way, we need to just call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Colitis is fancy schmancy doctor talk for pain in the abdomen. That's all that it means. So you have a problem, you're in pain, you're suffering, you have chronic and persistent symptoms, and you go to the people that you're paying money for every week that you get paid, every month that you get paid. The government in Canada just takes it right out of your paycheck. You're paying these people heftily every month, for goodness sakes, and then finally you have a problem, you need to go see them. You have pain in your abdomen. They do thousands of dollars of useless testing, and then they tell you that you have colitis, which is fancy schmancy doctor talk for pain in the abdomen. Well, gee, thanks a lot, Doc. I knew I had pain in the abdomen before you came here, for goodness sakes. Here's a hard break, Natasha. You stick with me. I'll tell you what to do when we come back to get on the other side of this. I appreciate your phone call. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, and you are exactly in the right place at exactly the right time. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health, finishing out today's program with Natasha from Canada, who's been struggling with colitis forever. Okay, Natasha, so when we are dealing with an illness in the gastrointestinal tract, the first, second, and third things to do are stop eating food that hurts the gastrointestinal tract. So we've identified 12 foods that hurt the gastrointestinal tract. You can get that list for free on my website, drglidden.com. drglidden.com. If you hit the Learn button at drglidden.com, you will be taken right to the page where you can see the list and download the list for free of the 12 bad foods. You must stop eating those foods yesterday. There's no bargaining room here. If you feed the horse the wrong food, the horse is going to die. If you put diesel fuel into an unleaded engine, the car's not going to start. You need to give the body the right fuel, and especially if the center of gravity of your illness is the gastrointestinal tract. Okay, so the next thing to do, once you have eliminated the offensive foods, is give your gastrointestinal tract nutrients that it needs to fix itself. And so here's what I would do for you for the first 4 weeks. For the first 4 weeks, I would only take these supplements into my body. I would get 2 bottles of the Cherry Mins, 2 bottles of the Cherry Mins. It's a longevity product called Cherry Mins. It's plant-derived minerals with a little bit of cherry flavor added to it. I would also get 3 bottles of Oxybody Cherry Berry. 3 bottles of Oxybody Cherry Berry and 2 bottles. I'm actually going to take back what I said about the Cherry Mins. 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals. 3 bottles of Oxybody Cherry Berry, 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals, and 3 bottles of Oxybody Cherry Berry. The Oxybody Cherry Berry, take 1 ounce 3 times a day. 1 ounce 3 times a day. And when you do that, put 1 ounce of the plant-derived minerals in each of those doses. 1 ounce of the plant-derived minerals in each of those doses. Just do that for 4 weeks. Plus eliminate the 12 bad foods. Call me back near the end, like the 3rd or the end of the 3rd week, the beginning of the 4th week, and give me a report. Tell me what happens, and I'll tell you what to do for step number 2. But the first step, the plant-derived minerals, the Oxybody Cherry Berry, eliminate the 12 bad foods. That's a really good program to start with. And remember, we want to see specific and measurable, noticeable positive change here. Something dramatic has to happen inside of the first 4 weeks. Now, there's other things that you need to do here, but I'd like to do this in stepwise, kind of slow steps, right? I mean, you've been dealing with this for 30 years, right? So if we do this in steps, it's going to be much, much better for you. And interestingly enough, Natasha, there's one other thing I would like you to do. I would like you to eat 1 apple a day. All right? Just eat now. I don't care if it's red, green, yellow, pink, purple, or blue. I don't care if it's a Macintosh or Granny Smith. Eat 1 apple a day. Eliminate the 12 bad foods. Take those supplements into your body and give me a call back in about 3 weeks. Does that sound like a plan?
Sure.
All right, great. How'd you hear about me anyway?
Well, a friend told me about you.
Oh, very good. Well, this is how we're doing it. We're building a grassroots coalition of people all around the world, right? Because everybody's sick. Everybody's up against it. The MDs are clueless about what to do unless you have a bullet in your arm or a laceration. For stuff like this, I mean, you're a living testament, Natasha, to the failed method of conventional medicine. You've been dealing with this for 30 years, for goodness sakes. And that's just unacceptable. But, inside of the monopoly, they can be incompetent and hurt people and fail people and hurt people and fail people and keep pulling money out of their bank accounts every month. And nobody bats an eyelash. There's no congressional hearings. There's nothing happens. It is a crime. I'm very interested to hear what happens to you as you move down the track, Natasha. Please call me back in a couple of weeks with a report. I will look forward to it. Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, it's a big event. Dr. Glidden's expose on obesity, what causes it, how to cure it. That's right, I said the cure word out loud. I am your steadfast advocate for health, Dr. Peter Glidden. Go to drglidden.com immediately. Become a Dr. Glidden advocate. Tune in and turn on. Educate yourself about science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. Until next time, live long and prosper.
Nowadays, there are millions of people with old smartphones, iPads, tablets, you name it, just sitting around collecting dust. And if those are improperly disposed of, well, they contain unsafe toxic materials harmful to you and the environment. But now, these devices can be used as a painless way to help support your favorite GCN shows. Visit DonateMyCell.com. Donations are tax deductible, and if you donate 10 or more devices, you'll receive a special free gift offer. That's DonateMyCell.com. DonateMyCell.com.
Attention citizens. This man has received national attention for accurately predicting every major financial trend, including the market crash of 2008. His name is Harry Dent. And in his newly released book, he is making even bigger and bolder predictions that have the potential to devastate the world economy and your personal wealth. You can get a free copy of Harry Dent's bestseller, The Demographic Cliff, containing never-before-published information by simply visiting www.harrydentresearch.com. Again, that's www.harrydentresearch.com.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
What would your life be like if you woke up each morning with new vitality, feeling better than you have in years, and you noticed a difference in your sleeping patterns, blood sugar levels, and had a sense of well-being overall? There's something that is changing thousands of people's lives, and you could be one of them. It's called Heart and Body Extract. Sharon Harris, co-creator of Heart and Body Extract, talks about the positive effects of Heart and Body Extract.
What happens with the formula Heart and Body Extract is it's giving the body the necessary vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, and phytonutrients so the body will heal itself. And yes, the body does have the ability to balance blood pressure, balance cholesterol, clean and unclog the arteries. It can also work on balancing the circulation for diabetics. So the body is an amazing thing. It simply needs some help so it has the tools to heal itself.
Heart and Body Extract gets results. To order your 2-month supply, call now, toll free at 866-295-5305. Order online at hbextract.com.
It's about time something new came along for better selling and buying online. And I found it.
What now, Marge?
It's buysellmakeoffer.com.
Never heard of it.
It's a brand new company. That's why you've never heard of it. It's the newest and best way to sell any products online. I did all the research.
Sell my car?
Yes.
Our home?
Yep.
My golf bag?
Your golf clubs. All of them.
How about your purse collection hoard?
Hey, now.
You said any product.
Right. I did. We get 30 days free.
Really?
Packages starting from only $7.95. And buysellmakeoffer.com will never charge item fees ever. Never. And this is cool. Listen to this. You can even use Skype or video to show your items.
That's cool.
Yes. All we have to do is go to the website, sign up, and then load our stuff to sell. I love this site.
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. You got it?
Buysellmakeoffer.com.
Buysellmakeoffer.com. Better selling, better buying.
We all have heard about the benefits of fish oils, but what about the presence of heavy metals, PCBs, dioxins, furans, and other contaminants found in fatty tissues of fish? GCNteam.com recognizes this risk and offers IFOS certified tested omega-3 fatty acids. EPA, DHA insist on IFOS omega-3 fatty acid certification. Get the best at GCNteam.com or call 877-878-4203.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common-sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
Owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Get on board with the Tax Admiral. Don't pick on the IRS alone. I'll cut penalties and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company helping people clean up their mess with the IRS.
If you owe $10,000 or more, then call the Tax Admiral.
Call 800-287-7180. Again, that's 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180.
So you've got to take a state construction license exam or certification. Can't decide on what books or what chapters to study? Discover right now how you can eliminate unnecessary books and wasted study time. At contractorexam.com, our study materials zero in on state-required test topics in an effective, multiple-choice format. So whether you're a plumber, electrician, general contractor, or other construction-related trade, contractorexam.com will help get you prepared. Visit us at www.contractorexam.com today.
Today, more than ever, it's imperative that you protect your digital privacy. EDEC Digital Forensics, Signal Blocking, Anti-Radiation, Anti-Surveillance Faraday Bags shield the contents of your phones, tablets, and key fobs from 4G, Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, NFC, and more. Find us at edecdf.com/radio or call us now at 805-222-4584. That's 805-222-4584. Radio listeners get 20% off your order.
Are you sneezing, coughing, and aching? Do you have a sore throat, a fever, or the sniffles? There's no reason to be sick this cold and flu season with immune system support from Supernatural Silver. Supernatural Silver can give your body the help it needs to fight off harmful pathogens without hurting beneficial gut flora and without leaving behind resistant bacteria. Antibiotics can damage good microflora and often leave behind bacteria, which can cause problems later on. If you're sick of being sick, try Supernatural Silver. Supernatural Silver, the #1 choice of thousands for a safe and effective way to protect against the many diseases and illnesses that we are facing today. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, read our customer reviews, and see the life-changing results that people are having. That's supernaturalsilver.com. Supernaturalsilver.com. Use the promo code PROTECTED for 20% off your entire order. And like us on Facebook. Supernatural Silver.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-704-6182.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on financing senior care as well as free information on senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-704-6182. That's 1-800-704-6182.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market, the gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.